Okay, Rico lovers, what we're going to do today, we're going to program a new piece of paper so you can actually do this automatically from here on. So we're just going to call this thing Copycats, which is the name of our business. If you need any tutorials or help or fixing or whatever. So we're going to do it bilingual because we do appreciate there's a lot of Spanish speaking people here as well. So I'm going to give Jairo a countdown. 3, 2, 1 y empezamos.
Primero vamos a seleccionar
Right now we're going to select the tray because obviously we need a tray that we're going to print it from.
para poder seleccionar nuestra bandeja.
Great. So we're going to select tray 3 for example, but don't forget guys, we could select any trays you want. But obviously we're going to do a large bit of paper. ¿Qué es? 13 por 19 or
No, este es
parecido?
12 por 18.
Okay, so that's the size of this paper we're going to do. So obviously we can't use tray A, but we're going to use tray bandeja 3?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to select tray 3 for this exercise. So what we're going to do is we're going to scan in the memory, because there's all different types here, a brand new paper. So assume this is a brand new paper you've never used before, and just for argument's sake we're going to call it Copycats. This type of paper is going to be called Copycats. So Jairo, next move.
Vamos a identificar el
Paper
papel.
identification. Follow the prompts, insert the paper all the way into the media identification unit, check the indicator light is on. That's the indicator light. Jairo's going to slide it in, slide it out. So we're pre-programming a new paper stock. So what it's done now is it's selected the closest thing we've got. We can make a brand new one up, but for ease I want to get the most exact one that it thinks it is. You'll note it's got a 93% accuracy, so something we've already got in there. But let's say there's a repeat job you always get. Let's say it's a Copycats job. Well, to make it easier for any staff member, we're going to create a new one and call it Copycats. So we're going to use these exact settings and we're just going to edit the settings and then call it another name. So, ¿qué vamos a hacer?
Vamos a seleccionar el que tenga mayor porcentaje de probabilidad. En este caso ya tenemos uno identificado. Como queremos guardar uno nuevo, vamos a seleccionar cualquiera de los que nos den la mayor probabilidad. Después de tenerlo seleccionado, le doy editar opciones.
So now what you've noticed is he took the most accurate measurement that we had. I think it was about 95%, can't remember. But you will also notice, no tenemos que hacerlo otra vez, seguimos. But you'll also notice that the size is actually wrong on that bit of paper. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through these basic details to encode our new paper stock. So the next staff member comes in, put it on that Copycat stock, he'll be able to do it just with this like autopilot for the whole job. Okay, Jairo, en español.
En este momento ya puedo seleccionar mi tamaño de papel. Este me está diciendo que es 11 por 17, pero mi tamaño va a ser 12 por 18. Y para que haya una diferencia, simplemente voy a borrar
Copycats. Borrarlo y poner Copycats.
Correcto.
You noticed he changed the size because the size was wrong. So we changed the size. Now Jairo's going to ring in, just type in Copycats for argument's sake, which is the best company to use for doing up machines, selling machines, checking your machines, doing auctions. Okay, enough adverts. Right, so now you'll see it's got paperweight, and of course you know the paperweight from the bag you've just got it from, but the scanner will actually select it as well. But Jairo's going to change, the only thing he needs to change is the paper stock weight, which you know off the bag, at least you should do. There's not much else we're going to change because it's not textured paper, but if it was you could change it of course. We're not going to use duplex, so Jairo will change duplex to no. Paper thickness, vas a cambiar papel. Okay, in Spanish, you'll see what he does. I think we're just going to up the paper thickness a bit because we know the thickness.
Ya cambiamos nuestro tamaño de papel. Las opciones que yo puedo cambiar son las que están enmarcadas en estos recuadros. Aquí le puedo cambiar, aquí la puedo cambiar. Las demás no, porque la máquina ya me identificó un tipo de papel y me le dio el gramaje, me le dio la corriente que va a utilizar para este grueso de papel, el tipo de papel, el tipo de recubrimiento. En este caso dice que no tiene recubrimiento, el color, y me dice que no es texturizado, es un papel liso normal.
Great, so In actual fact, I thought it was thicker card. It's not. The machine actually identified it was that thickness. So that's the only thing we're going to change. And note, paper name Copycat. So this is establishing your own personal brand name that you'll recognize. So 12 por 18 es correcto?
Correcto.
Yeah,
Eso es
12 by 18 is actually correct in this case, but of course, if you wanted to, you could change that to 13 by 19, whatever you like. The only other thing, which there's only one way to do this, if it was smaller paper, you could actually select whether it's landscape, short end feed, or long end feed. In fact, this is short end feed because there's no other way to get a big sheet like that through the machine. So, Jairo, en español, la próxima.
Lo próximo, ya después de haber hecho las selecciones y los cambios, guardando los perfiles que me dio la máquina al escanear mi papel, debo guardarlo, el papel. Ella me dice si quiero crear uno nuevo, le voy a decir que sí.
Okay, so in this case, Jairo is actually creating a new one. We could have saved over an existing name, of course, so perhaps if Copycats, for some reason that paper you wanted to put an A4, you would have used it again and you could save over it. In this case, we're starting a completely new profile based on what you want so you can recognize it.
Guardamos esta programación.
He's going to save it.
Ella me dice que si lo quiero programar.
Programming the paper. Custom paper has been programmed.
Salimos de acá y ella me va a decir que si lo quiero guardar en esta posición. Si yo quisiera en otro número, lo puedo hacer, pero para este caso vamos a guardarlo en
So
esta
he's just saving
posición.
that as number 135 in the library as Copycats.
Ella ya me lo creó y
Being created.
lo asignó ya a nuestra bandeja.
Got all our specs in there.
Si yo tengo un trabajo, selecciono otra opción, la máquina me va a asignar el nuevo papel. Para que me reconozca el papel que acabo de crear, simplemente le voy a decir que me lo identifique, inserto como hicimos al principio, pero en este momento ya está creado un papel y ella me debe mostrar este tipo de papel. En este momento me dio tres opciones: Hammermill, Hammer y el Copycats, que es el que acabamos de crear.
Cool. So what he did then, he just put the paper in completely afresh. Could have been anything. It scanned it and it read it and it gave us these options. So the paper he's looking for, out of all the thousands now, the top three, in fact, I mean, they're all 92% accurate to say. So it's in the top three. As we found out, it is the number 135. So equally, you could put a bit of tape up there and you could search by paper 135, but you don't have to. Just easier. Slide the paper in here. It comes up, gives you the best options, and sure enough, at the rating number top, 92%, Copycats. That's our new paper style. Copycats is the name we called it. It is a 12 and 8 by 18. Of course, it's short end feed. Nah, I mean the international paper doesn't really mean much. Ignore that.
Entonces seleccionamos el papel que estamos y le decimos que lo asigne a la bandeja.
So then we, of course, like usual, we got the paper we wanted. We selectioned which tray it's going to, and now you'll see we've selected tray 3, Copycats paper. All the settings are in it. 12 by 18 is done. So that's all you need to do to select a custom paper. Call it whatever you like, size it whatever you like, and done. I hope that covers everything you've got. So what I might do, hazlo otra vez rápidamente con el papel. Busca el papel otra vez.
Okay.
So I'm going to Jairo's going to do it one more time. First thing, you're out of everything. You're not in any program. Tray paper settings. Paper identification. He's now going to slide that bit of paper in. It's scanning it. It's doing all the work for you. And there you go. The top one, or the top three, is 94%. It's 130. It's selected it, found it. You know yourself. That's the name you called it. So obviously you know which one of those three it is. So seleccionalo y ponelo en bandeja 3. He's going to now.
No importa que ella hubiera tenido otro tipo de papel como en este caso. Oh, no. Ella aquí me va, simplemente me va.
Sí,
Aquí.
ponelo en bandeja 3.
En la bandeja 3,
So,
ok.
so you see it's already in the tray 3. Go back one. Go back one. Vas detrás uno. You'll note that there's also an Andy Barnwell paper from Trinidad. I don't know what that is, but that's already selection from 4. That's a very expensive type of paper apparently. But tray 3, you can see we've got selected as that. So now from the controls, if you wanted to print one copy on the Andy Barnwell special gold and diamond look, you would select from your RIP tray 4, send that over. It's already set up automatically. It's actually a slightly different paper. It's a 13 by 9. Then the next job you get is a copycat's white bit of regular gloss paper for brochures. That's already selected in tray 3. You just select tray 3. Everything's already predetermined. Everything's set up. Es todo, no, Jairo?
Es todo.
Okay, so that's that complete. Let me know if you have any other issues. We are going to do an alignment next, so this might get rid of your alignment problem. All the best, good luck, and give me a call when you need me. Richard, and of course, if you speak Spanish, Jairo. Cheers!